Buffalo's a dark horse. Won't count Buffalo out.
That quarterback for Buffalo, his name is Nathan. No, he's not Nathan Peterman. I'm joking.
Yeah, pulling up with the crew.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done sang with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This is the Uncle Chris Sports Show coming at you live at Uncle Chris's crib. And today, everyone, the 2019/2020 season will begin in September. And Uncle Chris, what are your regular season predictions today?
Well, this is the last year the Rams have got to get it done. So the Rams have got to get it done this year. They can't get it done.
That's right.
Minnesota ship was sailed 2 years ago. We're going to look at the uptick. Ain't nothing going on in the NFC. You're going to see Dallas and Philly play for it. Washington's not even going to be in the conversation until week 5, and they're going to fade to obscurity. Let's see here. Russell Wilson and company is rebuilding. Well, the only thing we got to really talk about really is the Bears, the Rams, the Saints, the Niners. I mean, whoever comes out of the NFC is not going to win any damn thing anyway, but the biggest dark horse this year will be the Falcons.
That will be the dark horse.
They got all the tools just time they showed up.
That's right, they do. They got Julio Jones if he's healthy.
He's healthy, ain't nobody been healthy.
They also got Matt Ryan. If he can have he had a good year last year, but the thing was his defense did not hold up his end of the bargain.
His defense sucked the air out the room, bro.
It did. And another dark horse that we could discuss about the return of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The return.
Well, that's in the AFC, but they took a year off. They had a AFC playoff. AFC Championship playoff hangover from last year. And you saw it, guys. Y'all saw it at Tennessee. Y'all see them doing a little touch. They thought it was tagged when it come to tackling Derrick Henry. And I understand that. They already had no offense to speak of. And let's face it, they were wore out. I told you about week 5, without any offense, they'd be worn down to a nub. And that's what they were.
They were.
They're supposed to have a little offense this year. Who's their quarterback?
Oh, Saint Nick Foles.
Nick Foles, man. You got a guy that actually quickening the ball. So you actually got a little offense. So maybe if your offense is, 25% better?
Maybe.
Your offense is 25% better. Oh, my goodness. Your defense could actually hold up.
That's right.
It only gets better as the year goes on, guys.
And he has proven that he can win, too.
Yeah, he can win. No doubt about it.
He can win. He almost beat New Orleans in the Superdome. And the man holds onto the ball, the drive continues, but we don't know if he can win or not. He beat Chicago in the playoff game. He beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, which is a rarity.
Well, let's face it, Nick Foles, I mean, this man's stock has never been higher. So we just got to see what's going to go from there. I mean, really, he did really great last year. He just, I don't know what's the word you want to look for?
What's the word we want? He was
A play away.
Yeah, one
more like a play away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically.
Nick Foles is a play away.
He is.
And his stock should go up, no doubt. I mean, AFC is wide open. We got everybody talking about how the Browns are going to be there. Browns are going to be a great team this year if they can do one or two things.
Keep their egos in check.
Keep the egos in check. You only got a problem with Duke Johnson already. I want to be traded, man. I ain't going to get run no damn ball. Keep that fool there and make him do nothing but then mop the floor. Just the fact that I want him there. Because you got to realize, you got 3 running backs. I don't care where you go, every year, one of the running backs is always down.
That's right.
I mean, really, very seldom do you see a running back go all year.
You're right.
I mean, you look at Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley had to have C.J. Anderson come in at 30 pounds overweight and run the ball. And he looked great.
He did look great.
It's not that he didn't look so great and out of shape as everybody else was. Well, let's face it, after week 10, everybody, if you play football after week 10, everybody's hurt. So if you suit up and get on the field, you're healthy.
That's right.
But you're not 100%. Let's be honest about it. No one's 100%. That's
You're about 80% or
about 70.
70%.
Yeah, I mean, really, it goes down. I mean, you got 17 game seasons, 16?
16 games.
16 game season, then you got playoffs. Man, you are beat down because your body does not. It takes 7 days to recover All right, it takes 7 days to recover, and that's not the only count recovering, but you can't recover because you're constantly going over practice and every damn thing else. So you're like a day behind. And by week 4, think about it, by week 4, you're 4 days behind on recovery. I mean, really.
I know, and it just
By
builds
week,
on
yeah,
that.
by week 8, you're like a week and a half behind on recovery. So yeah, you're hurting. Yeah, I mean, you're losing a day every game. You're losing a day on recovery. The only way you can recover is you're out for a week or two. I mean, really.
I mean, the bye week is merciful.
The bye week is merciful, but it helps you catch up. But if you really got any nicks and dings and pings, you're pretty much shot to shit anyway. So let's face it. I mean, it's a war of attrition. I mean, whoever gets hot at the end of the season wins. Well, yeah, whoever gets healthy at the end of the season wins.
That's right. It so happens to be that Belichick's guys are healthy throughout the end of the year because they get a bye week in the playoffs.
With that, he plays plug and play. He just go ahead and put anybody in there. All right, this is all I want you to do.
That's it.
This is all I want you to do. That guy goes, oh yeah, that single on the end, don't worry about him. You can't cover him no way. Slide over. I mean, really, that's about the size of it.
I know.
I mean, he coaches them up, let's face it. I mean, you hate him, love him, I hate him. I mean, beat my team like they stole something. I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's it.
Yeah, he is who he is.
And then, speaking of which, we're going to talk about this topic about Dak Prescott. This is the question that we're all going to be wanting, and an answer that we want to hear. Should Dak Prescott take the $30 million? We were talking about this in the truck. Should he take the $30 million and run, or should he settle for less and get a Super Bowl ring?
He should take that money and run away from here.
He should.
He should take that money and go away from here.
That's right. I
I'm
agree.
gonna ask you a question. You can go to the pawn shop and buy a Super Bowl ring for 10 grand. I mean, you can. You can buy a Super Bowl ring for 10 grand. It might be some guy you never heard of.
It might be a little less if you said if
Believe it or not, 20 grand you can have your own made. You ain't necessarily got to win anything.
I know.
But $30 million, I don't care if he goes out there and stubs his toe and can't play for the rest of his life. He's guaranteed $30 million. And what better way to get back at Jerry Jones than to spend his money? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
There's no better way of getting back at Jerry Jones than to spend his money.
Everybody's gonna be talking about Dak, Zeke, Coop, and then you got all these other guys. Who's more valuable to the team, Amari Cooper or Ezekiel Elliott right now?
It's like this: Ezekiel Elliott don't run the ball. You don't touch the ball 22 times a game. Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott are just an afterthought because everything works off his Zeke.
And it does the freak.
But let me tell you what, Zeke's a great runner. Don't get me wrong. But let's face it, that offensive line can run. Anybody can run it. I mean, anybody could. Anybody could run behind it.
That's right.
A has-been can look good at Dallas.
And then about the Dallas Cowboys, they got their defense.
Defense, oh my goodness, they were ranked one of the best defenses in the NFL. I watched an old, washed up running back, 30 pounds overweight, who camped up under the damn chocolate waterfall at Golden Corral, put 277, 278 on them,
Yeah, something like
and
that.
they took their foot off the gas.
I know.
I wonder how much money Jerry Jones giving in the bones to take the foot off the gas.
I'll pay you guys $2 million to quit making like I look like shit.
I mean, really.
Really?
I know.
All I heard was that great defense, Bedresh, the biggest run stopper. They drugged that fool up and down the field like he was a rag doll.
They did. He was beaten, battered, and bruised after that game.
Bedresh tackled him back 3 times. After that, he was just sticking his arms out.
He was done.
He looked like a Jacksonville playing at Tennessee.
Or one of the kids trying to play tag with their friends or something.
Yeah, trying to play. Yeah, you didn't want to tackle that boy.
No, they didn't want to tackle
He
that
had
boy.
fresh legs, and that guy's arm already beat to death, so he didn't want to tackle.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to tackle that man after all that.
AFC is wide open. That's what the big thing is. And you got Pittsburgh. Now, Pittsburgh, let's talk about Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has got what? Offensive line's coming back,
Yep.
mostly. They lost Antonio Brown, which is the best receiver in the NFL. I don't care what you say. Love him or hate him. AB's a beast.
If he's a monster.
And then you got Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell's a great running back, but he's a great running back in that system.
That's it.
He is.
He's a zone runner.
He's a zone runner, a patient zone runner. That's what makes him look so good.
It did.
I mean, hell, I got a man holding for 3 damn seconds. I can get by.
I know.
It look good, doesn't it?
Exactly.
I mean, but, another thing he does good, he runs the ball good out the backfield. He catches the ball out the backfield good. So he actually does a sweep play really good because he's got the speed for it. But you're going to see a different monster where he goes, because now you got AB gone,
Bell's gone.
Bell's gone. So what do you got? Juju Schuster.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju ain't nothing but a slot receiver. That's all he is. That's all he's ever been.
Exactly. Most people won't say it, but he is not a #1 receiver. The only reason why he looked so good in Pittsburgh because Antonio Brown took the double coverage and left Juju Smith-Schuster one-on-one.
Run across the middle.
Run across the middle.
Guess what? Juju's going to get double coverage now. You talking about somebody going to be pissed every game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, he's going to want to be traded by the end of the year. He is. So you got Pittsburgh. Now you got Pittsburgh. I say Pittsburgh ain't going to make it. Baltimore Ravens were suspect, but now they've been exposed. Now let Flacco go. 'Cause let's face it, they didn't have an offensive line to block for him to start with, and no offensive weapons to throw to mention.
I know.
But now you got Lamar Jackson.
Goodness
I
gracious.
say he was exposed last year in the Cleveland game. Cleveland exposed him, and the Chargers killed him.
It
The
did.
Chargers killed him. Now let's face it. Oh, he put up 20. Yeah, he put up 21 garbage time points.
Exactly.
But let's face it, guys. The game was beat. They had his number, and it was 0.
It was 0.
It was 0. He couldn't do shit.
How many points did they hold?
Lamar Jackson. Put it this way: all they're gonna do is put an extra safety on the field, because unless Lamar Jackson actually becomes a quarterback overnight or over the summer,
Yeah,
he's gonna look suspect at best.
he is.
I mean, I think they're trying to get away from Joe anyway. I think Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, is just a plug-and-play quarterback.
If he doesn't like it, run. If he does, if
And it looks one time, he looks at his first read and he runs.
Exactly.
It's a one look.
he doesn't go A, B, C, it's A.
It's
Oh.
check down, it's take off.
It is. That is his
Like I
check.
said, once they brought the safety in, he can't do that no more.
Exactly.
So now what else he got to do now?
He's got to learn
He
how
can
to be a
extend the
quarterback.
play. He wanted to extend the play and get his legs broke.
Now he's got to create something.
He's running for his life. I mean,
Exactly.
after 3 seconds, he's running for his life because you got a safety there ready to rip his head off.
I know it would have been really dangerous.
Because now you got to think about it. Everything that you guys realize, he did 70% of their rushing game was through him.
Exactly. It was.
You know what I mean? He dropped back, take off running.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got them little small, them big linebackers. They can't run that board down. They put them 2 safeties on the field.
They got him. No, it would have been really dangerous if he was playing in a time where there was a Cam Chancellor. And Cam Chancellor was a monster.
Cam Chancellor would have killed that poor
He
boy.
would have. That's why it's good for him that
Good
Cam
for him.
Chancellor is out of the league.
There's no such thing as they call a hybrid safety.
What we call mutants.
A mutant safety is what he was.
He was a mutant.
And, well, you got to realize, the Baltimore, the Ravens are out in the conversation unless, like I say, when Lamar Jackson becomes a quarterback over the summer. I don't see it happening.
I don't see it
I
happening.
don't see Cincinnati winning the 6 games this year, and that's because they got rid of the cancer they had.
The cancer is gone.
Yeah, Marvin Lewis. How can anybody keep a job that long?
Yeah.
Lost control of his locker room, lost control of his team.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
The only notable thing he's done.
Besides hire Hugh Jackson and give himself another black eye.
Yep. In the 2000 Ravens when he was a coordinator.
Oh my God, he was a coordinator. Yeah.
I mean,
We
really,
had a defense that was murderous.
I know it was very.
Oh my gosh, you got a defense that keeps the other team off the keeps the other team's defense on the field all the dang time. I mean, you're gonna put up points eventually.
Yeah, they had.
It's called war patrician.
Yeah, look at the guys he had. He had the privilege to coach. He had Goose. He had.
Tony Saragusa take up 3 blocks on every play.
I know he had Goose. Who else did he have? He had. You know.
Cut. Steelers are going to be 8-8.
They're gonna be.
They're going to be 8-8. They're looking to try to sneak in under the radar.
It is. They're gonna be like one of the wild
I
cards.
think Cleveland's going to be the better team.
They are gonna be.
Cleveland's going to be a better team, guys, but don't sell me short on this. 9-7, they win the division.
That's right.
9-7 to win the division, and they're gonna have 3 games. They're not even gonna be in. They're just gonna get blown the hell out. There's gonna be other teams, and 2 other games they're gonna give away.
I know.
And it's gonna be 1-0 by them.
I know. We can discuss about the Cleveland Browns all we want to, but they're not going to be the next Super Bowl contending team. They're about how many years? 2 years?
2 years away.
Let's say 2 years away. We'll say that.
George Landis still got 3 good years. Beckham got 2.
That's right. If they can keep Beckham under control and they can keep all their egos under control, Cleveland's going to have something this year.
This is the deal. If you can run the ball, if and when you can run the ball, look at it this way. You run the ball, then you got 2 weapons, 4 weapons really. You got 3 receivers and 1 tight end. Not counting the running back out of the backfield and play action. Yeah, I mean, you got all the passing options in the world.
That's right. And
Baker shouldn't have an excuse this year, should he?
no, he should. He shouldn't have any excuses at all this year.
Well, I'll look at it this way. If he'd have started the first 3 games, he'd have got an extra game, he'd have made the playoffs.
They would have made a playoff.
Yeah.
They would have. Well, this is how I look. They would have won the division. By what record would you say? About 9-7, or
8-8.
8-8.
8-8.
They can say, "Oh, Baltimore went 10-6." Well, Baker Mayfield was there. It could be a whole lot different story. It's only 2 games, I know.
Yeah, it'd be a whole lot different story. You're right.
It's a different story. All right, so now moving on from playoff contenders. Now we're going to get into a bigger topic: Super Bowl contenders. We already know Patriots are already going to be Super Bowl contenders, so we're going to mark that out. Besides New England, who else can we say is a Super Bowl
Well, the
contender?
NFC, Carolina Panthers not in the conversation because Cam Newton's quarterback.
True.
That's all you need. Everything you play is how can Cam lose this game. And that's been the conversation for the last 2 years, and generally he uses the game for them. So you got to say nobody from NFC South, nobody from NFC East. That means what? NFC North, NFC West. All right. Well, NFC South you can say New Orleans, yeah, but let's face it, I call them the NFC West because they're not on the East Coast, they're on the West Coast just about.
Just about, you're right.
So they're further on. But he'll say New Orleans. Let's see, Chicago, maybe. Maybe depends on how good their running game is. Defense is going to be good. We know that.
Yeah, defense is going to be good.
When they can run the ball in the second half of the season, makes all the difference in the world.
It does.
Look for the Niners. The Niners ought to be good this year.
The Niners should have the comeback of the Niners.
Niners could come back. I mean, San Francisco ought to have something to look forward to. I mean, besides Nancy Pelosi, they got crap.
I'll tell you what. I'd rather go to bed in a room with a bingo tiger than I had to be in a room with Nancy and Chuck.
I mean,
They do.
at least they can get, maybe they'll hit the Bay Area that little bit.
Maybe. Just maybe. Alright, then the one thing about the San Francisco Knights, you and I were talking about this earlier this year. Probably about earlier this month to June. We're talking about the Niners and the Rams are going to be the games to watch this following September.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun game to watch.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun game to watch. Battle of the Bay Area.
That's exactly what it's going to be. You know, we're talking AFC. I think Philip Rivers got 2 more good years. The Chargers could do something. If they don't do it this year, they could do something next year.
Exactly.
They will go deep in playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I think them and I think the Chargers and the Browns will play each other, and I think the Chiefs and the Patriots play each other. Or it could be the Patriots and the Jaguars. Or it could be the Patriots and the Dolphins.
Dolphins, you're right.
Well, it could be the Dolphins and the Jaguars. You ever think about that?
Just thought about that. He was talking to me earlier today about the Dolphins could be a dark horse in the AFC.
Depending on what kind of offensive line that Josh Rosen gets, let's face it, he got killed in Arizona.
He got creamed in there.
I think his time in the pocket was 1.6 seconds.
That's just
1,000. Okay, you better throw the ball.
That's
That's not
crazy.
very long, is it?
No, that's not very long.
1.6 seconds, what his average time in the pocket was before he got mashed.
You got that
Most sacked quarterback in the NFL last year.
Yep, and he was a rookie too, which is not very helpful.
Boy, they threw him to the dogs, didn't they?
They did throw him to the dogs.
The we gonna get Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray will be running for his life. Death between Rosen and Kyler. Kyler can run. Josh Rosen was a sitting duck.
Okay. Let's look at it this way. The athletic quarterback is coming to an end, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Defense is not.
No. The Cleveland Browns
Brought the safety.
brought the safety down, and they saw the riddle of the athletic quarterback. So Kyler Murray better have a cannon. And he better be able to go ahead and avoid the rush for at least another second and a half.
That's
I
right.
mean, really, think about it. The athletic quarterback, unless if he has not got any football IQ and he got any halfway decent offensive line, he's through.
He is through.
The athletic quarterback that you seen this college crap going to NFL looks good for a year or two, then he just dies out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? This is the year where you see that guy pull back and they put that athletic quarterback back there. You're going to see more people get crushed this year because they want to run the ball.
You're right. You're gonna see a lot of people getting crushed out there.
I think Buffalo's a dark horse. Won't count Buffalo out.
That quarterback for Buffalo, his name is Nathan. No, he's not Nathan Peterman. I'm joking.
Ain't the albatross around his neck, guys. It's bad.
Peterman. Oh man. All right.
That's terrible.
His name is Josh Allen, not Nathan Peterman.
That's terrible.
Anyway, Josh Allen is the quarterback to be looking out for this year.
He gets better every year. He gets a little better every year. We're talking about, I'm looking 3 years from now, they won't be in the conversation. They could be in the conversation this year.
They could be.
But this is the problem with if they do make it this year, there's going to be a hangover next year.
That's
know what I
right. I know what you mean.
So if there you go, they get to the playoffs by skin or teeth this year, next year there'll be a hangover. Because they won't be hungry anymore.
That's right.
It's sad, but it's true.
It is true. I mean, you look at the.
Look at hangovers.
That's
You think about Atlanta Falcons had a 2-year hangover.
They did have a 2-year hangover. They did.
Yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, one massive hangover.
They had a rough time in New
But
York.
they got robbed, that's one
Yes,
thing.
they did get
They got robbed, and I said, well, I didn't even bother to try. I'm going to go out here and cash my check and leave next year healthy.
The Eagles had an early hangover, but when Nick Foles stepped into the play, and Nick Foles stepped in, they got better all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
they got better. That's why I say, if he gets on the field, he makes your offense 25% better.
That's right.
That's why I say, if Jacksonville was third to last, they're going to move up.
They're gonna move
They're
up.
third to last in efficient offense. I think they were behind Miami and then it was Arizona, right?
That's right. I think they were behind them. You know what the sad part about the
They
Jacksonville?
were in front of them.
I know. You know the sad part about the Jacksonville Jaguars? They shut out a playoff team in the Indianapolis Colts. They held to no points, and their offense could only put up 6. Man, if I was Jacksonville, I would take a break too. So, no, if you find me a
It's going to be a
quarterback,
long season. We're
It's
going to
gonna
run
be-
ourselves to death.
I know. You find me a quarterback, I will play for you again. But
That's basically what they said.
that's basically what they told him. You're right.
You call it Saxonville, man. Just think about it. They were sacking everybody. Now all of a sudden, last year they just dropped off the dang face of the earth.
They did.
They still got 2 best cover corners in the game.
And Jalen.
And you know what they did? They laid around all last year, got healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of routes they give up on. Look at Miles Jack. Miles Jack said, hey, you tearing up the ACL.
I know. Here's another thing about the Jacksonville Jaguars. But during that game with Indianapolis had a good offensive line too.
They did.
And they just plowed right through them boys.
And like I said, I mean, we know Jacksonville. I really believe Jacksonville, with Nick Foles, I really believe they can only improve.
They can.
Offensively. Defensively, if your defense gets the rest, and your offense actually gets to take the field and keep your defense stays on the bench, it works both ways. It's reciprocal.
That's right.
The defense plays better when they're rested. Man goes out there and runs three go routes, and then they punt the ball, and then the other team goes 3 and out. He got to go run 3 more go routes. Man, he wore out.
He is.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
He wore out. He tired chasing that man up and down the field.
That's right. And then about
It's easier to run a route than it is to cover a route.
It's easier to run around than cover.
It's easier to run around than it is to cover around. Let me tell you why. Because you gotta pretty much do what he does. If he breaks and slants up, you gotta go with
gotta
him.
go with him.
Believe it or not, you gotta be there with him when the ball gets there.
Don't look at his shoulders. Do not look at his shoulders. What I was told. Do not look at you. Always look at his hips.
Watch a man's hip, but you know, the biggest problem is they get caught looking in the backfield.
They do.
You look back there to the quarterback, you know, he pumps over there, he breaks off, and that guy turns around, throws it back again. So
Which receiver would you say be hands down the most gifted wide receiver? Height, speed, athleticism, ball awareness, football IQ.
Julio Jones, without a question. Yep. She really got it, didn't she?
She really did get it.
Julio Jones, the best.
He is the best.
Best running back out there right now. Best performance I saw last year was Derrick Henry.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, then he was running against a team that's checked out. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But it was terrible. I mean, he did a good job against the Patriots too. He run hard against the Patriots too. They didn't want to tackle him either.
No, they didn't
They
want
said, this is pointless. We ain't got to tackle this guy until playoff time.
I know.
That's what they think.
That's basically what they're thinking too.
This is pointless. I ain't going to tackle this fool till playoff time gets here.
Not,
Can you blame him?
I don't blame them. And then
Oh man.
we're gonna move on to this topic. It's called What Were You Thinking This Year? How many people were thinking this year?
What were you thinking?
Go, Chris.
I know one game in particular they weren't thinking, and it was a crucial. It was in the Super Bowl, and it was a crucial down. And one certain person was lined up in the neutral zone. I mean, they knew they had a free play
I know
for the
they
snap. They knew they had a free play for the snap.
I know.
And the guy threw, why do you think he threw a pick? Was he
It's
trying to
saying-
force the ball somewhere it didn't belong?
I know.
You know he was going to get a penalty flag.
He knew he was. You're right.
Oh, he picked off Tom Brady. No, Tom Brady threw that crap. But he could squeeze me in.
He wanted to see if he could squeeze it. You're right. D4 for the Kansas City Chiefs for a chance for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. It's a chance for a
Super Bowl. I mean, really, this is a chance to go and win
To
it
the
all.
Super Bowl, yeah, a chance for a Super Bowl. What
Were you thinking? Not only there was,
I knew what he was thinking. I'm gonna go to another team. I'm gonna get traded.
he did get traded.
I knew he was like, I'm gonna get traded on this.
And then here we go with another team. No, not a Pacific team, but the Pacific referee group against the New Orleans Saints. As a Carolina Panther fan, I say New Orleans got robbed in the NFC
This
Championship.
shit got robbed.
I mean, really, look. How can a man catch a football when he's getting tackled if not that blown
What's so bad
off the
about
map?
it? What's so bad about it? Ruby thought he had a good play.
I know. He was looking around and then he gave the high five.
I get how, yeah. Man, shit.
He blew that man off the face of the map.
Well, there's no guarantee the guy's gonna make the field goal. Don't get me wrong, but
No.
it's kind of obvious that he's made every one that day, so it's kind of impossible to miss that. I mean, it's a chip shot.
It is chip shot.
It's a chip shot from 13-yard line. Which ain't nothing a given. Not anymore, it ain't.
That's right. The NFL referees for the New Orleans Saints game in the Rams. What were you thinking?
It is that bad, guys. It is that bad.
What's the check in the mail, everybody?
Check's in the mail. That's what they said in Foxborough when they played the Jaguars.
I know, the check is in the mail. And then another what were you thinking moment. For the Arizona Cardinals, you trade up to get Josh Rosen. Correct. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this year's draft comes up, and you go number one with another quarterback. What's the purpose?
This is what I don't understand. You got one of the best quarterbacks you could possibly get,
I know.
and then you want to get Kyler Murray.
I mean, really?
I mean, I ain't saying Kyler Murray's a bad quarterback, but you had your franchise quarterback. You could have took your first round pick and traded for 2 number 2s and got you a left tackle and a right guard. Never go wrong with a left tackle or a right guard. You know why?
Someone's gonna block your blind side first and foremost.
And somebody can slide over the center if he has to.
That's right.
And he can slide over the left guard if he has to.
That's right.
So, you know, it's kind of like plug and play.
That is
So
correct.
you shored up your offensive line. Now you still got a formidable pass offense, and you got a formidable run offense, and your defense is
So.
so-so. But you got a chance to win
That's right. You do have a chance to win.
on any given Sunday, but not like that. You don't.
Arizona Cardinals.
What were you thinking? I knew exactly what they were thinking. We're gonna get Kyler Murray. We're gonna give him a clap. And we're going to let him play 4 games and blow out his ACL so he can stay on the sideline for 4 years and learn how to play quarterback.
That's basically what's going to happen.
And next year we get another number 1 draft pick because we went 2 games last year, this coming year. We ain't going to win but 2 games this year, so we might as well get that number 1 draft pick next year. You can get the next number 1 draft pick.
That's right. And
That's sad but true, guys. It's the truth. That's what's going to happen.
it is the truth.
You put the man out there with no offensive line.
Yes.
Ask Josh Rosen how that worked for him.
And he's a rookie too.
And he's a rookie, threw him to the Wolves.
And
And he's basically going to do the same thing to Kyler Murray. So I reckon if Josh Rosen don't work out in Miami, I guess Kyler Rosen's next Kyler Murray's next destination is Miami.
I guess so.
I guess so.
And then another thing about Kyler, he had the number 1 ranked offensive line in college football. Now he's going to be fed to the Wolves to the worst offensive line in pro football.
I mean, they barely beat West Virginia.
I know.
I mean, Will Greer almost beat them with a third of the talent they had.
Exactly.
West Virginia does not have the talent. I'm sorry,
You're right.
and still almost beat them
And here's
on their home turf.
and the NFL is also another Pro Bowl voting, right? You would think that the best players from all 32 teams, or from the AFC and the NFC, you would think at those conferences they pick the best players.
It's politics as usual.
How come? Let me think. Darius Leonard was not in the Pro Bowl.
Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
Why? Because he was beating the crap out of everybody else's teams, a running back and slot receiver. That's why.
That is
Picking
why.
off their quarterback.
And then
It was a hate deal.
it was a hate deal. Christian McCaffrey was not also voted to the Pro Bowl. I mean, statistically speaking, he almost had 1,000 yards receiving and did he have 1,000 yards rushing?
Between the tackles, 2 smaller room between the tackles.
Did you see him now?
I hate to tell you, this guy, he was like 65% of the Panthers' offense last year, and not get to the Pro Bowl.
I mean, really, he threw a touchdown pass on top of that.
And he had better spiral than Cam
Cam
Newton
Newton
did. He had better completion ratio than Cam Newton.
That's right. Who else was not voted on the Pro Bowl? Who also got snubbed off the Pro Bowl list? Russell Wilson, did he make the Pro Bowl?
I'm sure he did.
I'm not sure he did.
Once you've been all has-beens get to be up there for the following year whether they do anything or not.
That's right.
Don't get me wrong, Russell Wilson's still a good quarterback, but right now they're rebuilding.
They are rebuilt. NFL Pro Bowl voter. Oh, and another what were you thinking moment. There's so many that I have to choose, but it's just so hard to balance it out. It's so hard. There's just so many to pick.
Well, I don't know. We saw a lot of offense last year, did we not?
We did.
We saw everybody ooh and ah fall in love with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I told you that man does not like to miss this golf game. I told you they wouldn't go very far. They went 2 games to the playoff, did they not?
They did.
Yeah, I told you, man. You chalk it up, man. Andy Reid, he likes 2 things in life. He likes M&Ms and playing golf. And he's not going to miss out on either one of them. You can look at it and tell he's not going to miss on the M&M. And come playoff time, you can look at it and see he's going to be on the golf links. He's not going to be on the field.
He's not going to. He's only been in the Super Bowl 1 time in his historic coaching career.
No doubt.
He has. I mean, out of all the head
They
coaches.
call that impressive pedigree. Yeah, anytime you make it to the playoff, I mean to the Boston. I mean, let's face it. All you got to do is be an assistant coach and make it to the Super Bowl, and you're automatically in for the next. Look at Marvin Lewis.
I mean,
Marvin Lewis never had a winning season, boy. We had 1 winning season
he went to the playoffs 7 times and lost all 7 of them when he was in
in
Cincinnati.
the weakest division.
I know, the weakest division. He had to worry, all the teams they had to worry about: Baltimore and Cincinnati, no, Baltimore, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. You're guaranteed 2 against the Browns at that time.
Well, you're guaranteed that 2 people won't come out of that division anyway. And give me Pittsburgh, and it was either Pittsburgh or Cincinnati and Baltimore
That's right.
every year.
So, Chris, is there anything else you want to speak about?
No, we're gonna wrap it up on the NFL, but I hate to tell you this, guys. Hall of Fame's coming up, you will see nothing. Preseason coming up, you will see nothing. You will not know what's going on till week 3.
It's all you're going to see.
You're gonna see vanilla. You ain't gonna see no sprinkles, and no rainbows, no caramel, no cherry, no whipped cream, no nothing. You ain't gonna see no good stuff.
Nothing. You're going to see
If you
nothing.
do see something good and exciting on TV during preseason, it's because they're trying to sell tickets and the team sucks.
And if your favorite team does that, you beware.
If your team does that, chances are you don't want to buy them tickets.
Yeah, beware, buyers remorse.
Because they're giving out all the best they got now so they can get you in there.
That's right. There's going to be hope. It's going to be hope.
Well, they're going to run the ball on top of them guys.
For a prime example, the Detroit Lions went 4-0 in the preseason.
They've done it like 2 years in a row.
In the regular season, they got bangled in the win column.
Well, you got to realize they got to sell tickets.
I know, you're right. They got sales
You got to sell tickets, all about marketing.
It is.
Like, we're rebuilding for the next 10 years, so we're rebuilding for the next 10 years. We're going to get 10 years of draft picks.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're going to trade them off for garbage.
That's basically what it is.
I mean, look at Washington. Dan Snyder bought everything that he thought, everything, the more, you think about it, when Dan Snyder was into buying free agency, every time somebody had somebody who was washed up, first thing they did was call Washington. Dan Snyder said, I'll pay him. He wants $30 million. He wants $30 million. My God, we'll give him $30 million. He's got to be worth it if he's asking for it.
Albert Hainsman.
Man, I don't play in the 4. I played the 3-4, man. I don't play no 4-3. And he pouted the whole time he was on the field.
Yes, he did.
I broke my foot up in his behind, man, fired him Johnny on the spot.
I know. If you had that big of an attitude heading into Washington, why would you sign the guy in the first place? He went to New England. They got rid of him too.
He got paid.
They did get paid. That's
He got paid. New England was going to pick up. They picked him up on waivers because they wouldn't might pick up his contract. They decided they didn't want him either. They're finally going to have him in New England so he could play the 3-4, and he couldn't play the 3-4 either. They just had one good year.
That's all he did. He only had one good year.
One good year, and it looked good.
That's it for the that it, or you want to?
Yeah, we're going to knock him out of the park.
That's it. You want to give the closing statement for
Oh,
the
yeah. We will see what happens come preseason.
We sure will.
If we ever get to September, guys, I promise you. Into September, I promise you, things will be looking up.
Things will be looking
The
up.
most wonderful time of year is football season.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
From September to February. It's kind of like waiting for a Walking Dead episode to come on. You can't wait for it starting again.
That's right. That's it for the Uncle Chris Sports Show. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.